Hello everyone, I'm Hugo.
And I'm Jake.
And this is Jake Reads Your Comments number...
Right Guard Sport, antiperspirant and deodorant.
Are you doing that thing where you just look around the room and you find something and then you name a thing after that? Are you Kaiser Sozeing this?
No.
Well, I'm disappointed. Anyway, today, of course, we're here to read your comments, and Jake's going to comment on them, and I'm sure I will too. Not an aptly named program, so let's go ahead and start out.
Every time.
Nicholas Polkey, I have a question for history buff Jake. Were there Japanese soldiers fighting for the Allied powers?
I assume you mean Japanese, descendants of Japanese people, not like actual Japanese soldiers. Because no, the answer would be no. They'd be representing Japan in that scenario. But the 442nd Airborne was all Japanese American soldiers, and one of, if not the most, I think per capita, they're the most highly decorated group of soldiers. I know that they had they had huge turnover too. They had to be replaced a bunch. I Wikipedia'd this, by the way. I didn't just know this. But I did think it was cool, and I knew they had, but I didn't know any information about them. Most of the stuff you hear is about the black soldiers, like the Buffalo Soldiers and stuff like that, or the Tuskegee Airmen. But they had 14,000 total troops go through. 9,000 of them had Purple Hearts. And then there was some medals of honor and some other shit. So yes, the answer is yes. I don't know why you asked this question. Maybe we were talking about Japs during this.
Zoned out during that whole thing. I could not give less of a fuck. The minute you mentioned the Tuskegee Airmen, it just made me think of that movie Red Tails and how George Lucas thinks he invented the all-black cast. So, did you know that? It was hilarious. Red Letter Media when they did a review of it, there's an interview with George Lucas talking about how revolutionary it was that it was a mainly black cast. Has George Lucas not seen The Wiz?
But maybe George discounted Michael Jackson, after the fact. He was black when The Wiz came out, but
we have no evidence that Toto was black. We don't know. So
we want answers, damn it.
Kuma-sama. I kind of like that name, but I think you're probably a weeaboo, so maybe fuck off. I don't know. Hugo, you need a gold tooth.
I love if you're a weeaboo, definitely fuck off. There's a possibility you don't fuck off, though. I have watched Home Alone 3 times over this past weekend, and this made me think of the Wet Bandits immediately. And then I thought about how much you like that movie and how much you know about the Wet Bandits. And I agree.
Or Sticky Bandits, yes.
Or the Sticky Bandits later.
And the sequel to the Sticky Bandits, yeah.
They're the same bandits. They're both.
Well, they rebranded. Anyway, continue.
How could they even get out? That's the problem with calling cards is literally stated in the first film. Now we know all the shit you did wrong. That was stupid. Anyways, I agree you should get a gold tooth. But my question for you is, if you had to pick up one other facet of a movie villain, what would it be?
Ooh, I'm gonna go Judge Doom from Who Framed Roger Rabbit and all his cartoon powers.
Doesn't he get steamrollered to death?
He gets steamrolled, but that doesn't kill him. That's when you find out he's a cartoon and he blows himself back up like this, and and then Christopher Lloyd gets the crazy voice. What bugs me about Home Alone?
Okay, what?
Okay, so the mom can't call the kid because, at all, because the phone lines are down. But then in the middle of the movie, he orders a pizza. How did he order the pizza?
I think it's implied that it got fixed after she had already head out.
But she was stuck at an airport until the Polka King showed up. And then
she was John Candy.
Yeah, and she could have tried to call on a payphone. She's irresponsible. Can we all agree the parents from Home Alone should have all of their children taken away? I could kind of see the first time, although not really, because let's be real. Really, you went through the whole airport and didn't notice Macaulay Culkin was missing? But then they did it a second time.
Right.
After you leave your kid home when you go to Florida for Christmas, maybe make a checklist to the kids, as you're getting on the plane.
Sure, yeah. No, I do think that maybe Buzz could stay under their purview because he's a cunt. And I don't care if he gets child abused.
Hmm.
But also, by the way, and I texted this to Hugo the other day, she leaves and goes with the Polka King and flies across the country and is trying to get back home as fast as she possibly can. And she goes through all this shit and literally shows up 5 minutes before the rest of the family does. Actually, it's not even 5 minutes. It's about 3 minutes.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems with Home Alone. Logistically, I don't think a child could probably beat 2 home invaders. I think they'd probably kill the kid.
Also, when he's doing the pulleys, he's not doing the pulleys the way the things are moving when he's trying to fake out the guys right before they advance.
Yeah, I just realized this started out talking about me getting a gold tooth. I think this may have gone off the rails.
Next question.
Leslie Hagler. Terrible name. I want to kiss Hugo and Jake's inappropriately young, for me, faces. I think they're dreamy. Ugh.
Are we getting cougared?
How old? It depends. Is this someone who's in their 40s or someone who's in their 80s?
She said it was inappropriate.
Hmm.
I'm guessing closing in on 60, or has just eclipsed that. Does that count as a cougar? I thought the cougars were like 40s, 50s. Like at this point, is she just like a, I don't know, wildebeest?
Do I look like someone who's out there trying to fuck? So I don't.
I don't know what someone who does look like that would look like. But you're not it. You're right.
Yeah, not like this.
No.
Like it's like I'm not keeping anything up. So like it looks like shit. I'm not. It'd be like if I was going out to try and sell a used car, but I didn't like wash it in 10 years.
You should just start rocking deep V's and definitely don't shave. Keep that going. I think maybe lose the Captain America hat though. I think it's or maybe actually it's working. So never mind. It's working on the older ladies.
Ben Anderson, Jake has perfect teeth.
I kind of do, and I understand that in contrast to Hugo,
that's what I was gonna say.
The one missing tooth, it could look perfect. They are super straight, and I never had braces, and I don't understand how that worked out because both my parents have shitty teeth. Like my dad had to have his bottom 4 fused together, although they smoke a lot, so I don't fucking know. I don't do that shit, but I do have missing teeth in the back, so like the outside of the house is super nice, but the inside is just, it's like a hoarder in there. So, I cracked this one back here. It was my wisdom tooth playing football without pads on. We were just playing outside. And, I kept running over this kid because I'm obviously a bigger dude. And by the way, this was in high school. So I was also a kid. Shut up. I wasn't just like beating up some fucking middle schooler. Trying to feel good about myself, reliving my glory days. But he kept getting run over by me, and so he got tired of that and stepped aside and tripped me, which was a brilliant move, but I landed on my face, directly on my face, and this got chipped. Then this one was a cavity, but it was from the same accident that this top one got chipped. We T-boned a lady that blew a stop sign, and I crunched down on my teeth, and this one got chipped up here, and then this one ended up getting a cavity in it because it got cracked in half.
I'm missing teeth due to genetics. I don't have wisdom teeth, which is nice because I'll never have to have them removed because DNA did that for me, but also missing one of the important ones, so kind of a trait.
It's a lateral incisor. You can always just get something stuck up in there. Doesn't matter. Like the other day, you had a shaved goat up there, or shaved sheep.
Yeah.
You just pick random shit.
My poor fake tooth disappearing into that KFC trash can, never to be seen again. I hope a homeless man found it and made good use. Sniffs it, I don't know. Space Peanut. Holy fucking booger nose.
See, I hear that a lot. I understand why one may think Jake has boogers in his nose, but have you considered that it's always the same booger in the same spot all the time? No, I just got weird nostrils. Check it out. It closes off. They're just really small and weird.
I don't need to see the inside of your nose.
Well, you did. And I snore because of it really badly. Hugo knows.
Oh my god.
But I can't
snoring.
But I can't breathe through my
worst.
fucking nose. So it's like, well. No, it's bad.
Jake has the two most annoying sleep things in relation to sleep that just irritate the fuck out of me. I love you, dude, but these are just two things that if I ever have to live with you ever again for any reason, I'm gonna strangle you to death.
Right.
The snoring, which is it's legit the worst snoring I've ever heard.
So bad. It's
so
not
bad.
even. I can't even sugarcoat it.
And two, he's one of those people that he sets an alarm but snoozes for an hour, and it goes off every 5 minutes for some.
I'll tell you about that too. I'm conditioned to not wake up in the morning because of my work schedule immediately starting in high school was closing, and now I'm self-employed, and it's just been a shit show. My girlfriend, on the other hand, is the exact opposite. I have a hard time falling asleep. It takes me 45 minutes to fall asleep. But once I'm out, I'm done. That's how I'm going to be until I wake up. My girlfriend, on the other hand, falls asleep just whenever. She just fucking falls asleep. Not like narcoleptic. She'll have to be tired, but she could lay down in bed and just immediately she's out. But she wakes up immediately on her first alarm. It's crazy to me. It doesn't make any sense.
The thing is, I totally understand people sleep differently, and I get that that's
no.
what
I'm just so fucking far to the. I'm just on such a spectrum shift. It's no good for me.
It's one of those things that makes me irrationally angry, even though, even knowing you do it, even though I live thousands of miles away from you, knowing every morning an alarm goes off 10 times. It drives me fucking insane.
And for the record, Hugo sleeps in more than I do nowadays. So it's a trade-off, man. My sleep sucks.
When I get up, I get up. When an alarm goes off, I respect that alarm. I'm the one who chose when it's set.
That's exactly why I fuck that alarm. Fuck you, Jake from 8 hours ago.
Anyway,
not a booger. Pay attention.
This is the episode. We are not even staying on the topic at all. It's not even like we're pretending anymore.
Okay, that was from a person called fucking Space Peanut. How much fucking leeway are we not supposed to have with a question Space Peanut asks?
Fair point.
He's not even terrestrial peanut. I don't even know where he got it from.
Timothy Verhaen Jr. Who got a junior? Nice. Big fan, but please stop using the word faggot, slur. You did a fundraiser for gay causes that doesn't give you the go-ahead to use that word. You have been using the word faggot a lot, I've noticed.
Faggot. I don't know why you think the gay cause fundraiser would have anything to do with language. Now, there's a difference. I would not use words like that in a hateful fashion on purpose. Does that make sense? I wouldn't be like, yeah, but you're a faggot, though. Meaning that you're wrong, and not necessarily you, but just anybody. Like as a pejorative, I feel like, yeah, okay, that I accept that. But if I'm just gonna use the word faggot is fine. I get it, but it's fine. It's words. I think we need to take a very conscious effort to take words and remove the fucking power from them. Because it bothers me that offense can happen just by uttering a word. If I say, that one we talked about the word nigger several months ago, and people were offended, and it's we can't even talk about the word. President Obama used the word nigger on the Mark Maron show, the podcast, and I think he was reading a quote, and people lost their mind. And it's why can't we talk about words? Now, I understand if I were to use it hatefully, call me out, that's fine. If I devolve into this racist husk of a person and start calling people niggers, okay. But I don't like the idea that we can't use words. Yeah. Especially because most of the time we ever use these words, we're doing them on chick tracks that it's in character. You watch a show attacking some of the most core beliefs people have, and you're going to choose to get offended about a word not even used at someone. Like, it feels hypocritical to me for people to come on this show and say that they're offended when something hits home for them, when they enjoy the show that hits home for billions of people other than you. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. The reason I personally never use the word faggot ever is because I was one of those douchebags in middle school, and then when I got into high school, at least half of the way, I was like, everything's that's so gay. That's so gay.
Oh, see, I was never like that, so I get that.
Yeah, so I feel I was
maybe if I had guilt over if I was formerly racist or was homophobic, then yeah. But no,
I was never homophobic. I was always cool with gay people, but it didn't I get stupid, immature.
Yeah, I mean, That's Gay went around in the late 90s, early 2000s for a while, but I don't think we used it that much. I'm trying to work it in, though.
You're such a fucking 404 username not found. That's a good username. I like that username. I subbed not 2 days ago and YouTube removed my subscription. Holy shit, YouTube. You are fucking up lately.
Okay, so this has been happening for real. Now, I don't know if notifications carry over if they unsub you, because it has been happening, especially for big channels. When they are uploading, including us, every upload unsubs people.
Yeah, I noticed that, too.
I'm not kidding. It's
Ethan
crazy.
From H3 was talking about that, and I think PewDiePie was having problems with that, too. And it wasn't until they said something... But every time we uploaded a video, I don't know if it happened at the last video, but the week prior, when we uploaded videos, you could tell that day we would lose 100 subscribers. And I was like, what the fuck? Do we just suck? I can't imagine people saw this video and said,
30
fuck
seconds
these guys.
Ago.
Right. I get it. I get some people are going to unsubscribe for one reason or another. But that many
there's
on
a
that
natural
day.
There's a natural loss every once in a while. I think, what do we average, 3 a day at best? It's not a lot. I mean, it might be more now, but last time I looked at that, and you look at the numbers more than I do, sometimes you get, single digits of loss, but generally our gain is much higher. I don't know. I don't know what we average.
I think in the past 2 years, we've only had 5 days total where we net lost, and a lot of those days were days where YouTube did a purge of.
Right.
Yeah.
So I do suggest, in the meantime, since you're watching this video right now, you're clearly probably subscribed. Double check to make sure you're subscribed, because we could just be popping up in your feed due to your other activity. Definitely make sure you do notifications, which is the little bell next to the subscribe button. And it seems like if you have engagement, you won't get scrubbed. So from all accounts, from PewDiePie, Boogie, Manga Minx, H3H3, it seems like if you're commenting and liking or disliking, that counts as activity on a channel you watch, and they tend not to purge those people. So it's not me fishing for likes, but if you do like the video, popping a like on there should help you stay subscribed, I think. Now I can't confirm that, but it's been or comment. It just seems like those videos won't get fucked as much, and also we might not even show up in your subscription feed if you are subscribed. So it's
I don't know what the fuck
up.
YouTube's thinking. It's terrible. And oh man, H3. If you haven't seen H3's video on this, by the way, you all should go check it out. It's YouTube is lying something. It's one of the more recent videos.
Mm-hmm.
Really good, and I like his takedown of the trending section too, on how it's all just paid advertisements. Clearly.
Oh, and some of those ads have fewer views than we do. So I mean, on average, it's stupid. Also, if you want a backup plan, follow us on social media, specifically Twitter. I'll always be on there. But Facebook is good for that too sometimes. And I don't know, just making us one of your natural tabs is good too if you watch us a lot. If you watch every week, just making us one of the tabs that pops up is fine too. But social media should be your best backup plan, because we'll always be posting there. So I'm sorry if this is happening to you.
I am too. Stop it, YouTube. Stop it. That Michael Jordan thing where he says, stop it. That. Just all the time. Just frame that in your offices, YouTube, anytime you think you have a good idea for the website. And then finally, Shock Trooper 2001 To Hugo and Jake, I was raised in a Christian home by good parents, but I find myself drifting more and more towards atheism. I feel a lot of guilt about it, and telling my parents I really don't know how they'll react. Any advice?
So the first bit of advice I have for you is specifically about the guilt you feel because you're losing your faith and moving towards atheism. It's kind of a built-in aspect of Christianity to feel guilty anyways about all sorts of shit, especially if you're a Catholic. But Protestants have the same problem too, where you're originally sinful. You are filth. You're dirty in some way. You're defective. You're born wrong. So I understand that it could feel like a betrayal because you believed for a time that you had a personal relationship with Jesus. So I get that, but I want you to realize that your guilt is placed on a non-existent relationship. Like there's no actual fuck up that's going to happen. Like you're not pissing off a god. You're not dooming yourself. You're not betraying this relationship you once had. It's just you being like, oh, okay, that doesn't make sense to me. As far as telling your parents, I don't know how. You say you were raised in a Christian home, so it sounds like maybe you're gone now. This is our comment to every single person. If you live there and you rely on that situation and you think that they would have a negative reaction in any way, don't do it. Just don't tell them until you're self-sufficient. And I know that's going to suck for a while, but it's just for your safety. But if you're gone and you're living on your own, maybe you're at college or something, as long as you're not financially dependent on them for anything, I feel like just being honest with them. And maybe, I don't know, a lot of new atheists want to debate shit. Don't debate. Just have them ask you questions and answer honestly and try not to get heated. And that's the best way you can do it.
Sure, I agree. You know what's funny? This made me realize it's funny. When I stopped being Christian, I don't think I had any guilt about it. Interesting. I know a lot of people do. I didn't. Weird.
You had guilt before, though.
I was Christian, but I don't think I ever really took it that seriously. It was one of those things I took for granted as like a thing that was real, but I never really put much thought into it. And then when I did, I was no longer Christian. You know what I mean? But,
yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Interesting. I get if you're really, really into it, and it's like I did have some existential shit going on, but I never felt bad personally about not being
I guess
Christian.
That makes sense. Like our friend Richie has a religious dad. He actually runs a church, and he has told his father that he's not religious in the past. Although he moves back and forth, so it's weird. If you ever see him on Facebook, it's super awkward. Sometimes that's posturing though. Because I've asked him about it before, and he's like, I just do that for my parents. But they're like crazy religious, and they got really mad at him once and thought I was the actual devil.
Like, what do you mean the actual devil?
Like they thought that I was an agent of the devil working to fuck up Richard's life.
Yeah, that's not true. As far as I know, unless you're an agent of Satan trying to fuck up my life too, but you're doing a pretty bad job, so.
I'm Craig, motherfucker.
Oh,
Craig.
God. Just gonna watch you drink a Diet Dr. Pepper?
Diet Dr. Pepper.
Anyway, I think that's all the comments for today.
It is.
Stay
it
tuned.
is. That's it.
Leave more comments, and Jake will probably make fun of them. And tell him what a bastard he is for saying naughty words.
I'll probably do one of these live soon. Hugo did one live not too long ago. I thought that was a lot of fun.
I liked the live one.
That was a good time.
That was fun.
Yeah, we did like 2 fucking hours.
Glanderson Booper.
You're not supposed to say it.
You're not supposed to say Glanderson Booper?
God damn it. Well, I'm not saying it. Fuck you guys. I'll never give you that. I will never give that to you.
Oh, me magic.
Anyways, I just want you guys to know, I know we give you the standard Patreon spiel every time, but I get when we change something about the Patreon, I make sure that our Patreon manager sends them to us. And I just wanted you guys to realize it's genuinely good quality stuff, and I'm frankly surprised how much I wouldn't do this well at this. So it's just pretty cool. So this little baggie here was attached to this business card, which is present in all tiers of the Patreon. Now, you would also get Movie Magic, a chick tract, if you do the $5 ones, real ones, paper ones, and then we'd sign the back. Now, this one doesn't have a signy back thing. This is just one the chick company actually sent me for buying so many chick tracts. But the next tier, right now we're doing buttons, but we were just talking. We were thinking, like, we'll switch it up every once in a while and try to get some different stuff, like keychains or pens or just cool stuff, so you don't have a bunch of pins. But right now, real metal pins, and they actually look really cool. This is a Harold Penisman one. They come in a bunch of different colors. They're just randomly given out. We also have regular TBR ones. But the coolest thing I thought was, we always mention the QB Pop figure dolls, which, by the way, you cut those out, but they're sent on this high-quality gloss cardstock. And the first edition of these, the very first ones we put out, were not this high quality because we were testing different papers. But this one, like, listen to the sound of that. Like, these are fantastic. And this is the Christmas one. You can see the finished product right there. This is really cool. I'll be putting this together, and it'll be displayed back here so you can see it. So this is going out to all the Patreon's patrons this month. But I just wanted to let you guys know how fucking cool this shit actually is. It's not just total garbage. So I'm really happy about that. I thought I expected them to be pretty good because we weren't in charge of it. But they're better than I thought, and I wanted to give Patreon managers some props. Also, if you'd like to send us stuff, we have a P.O. box now, and it's blinking above my head or on my face or wherever I found room for it in post. I'm not very good at this. There it is. Christmas is coming around. Send us Christmas presents. We'll open them on the show. Do it! Fan art. Woo!
Please don't send anything illegal. We don't want our guy to get arrested. Then we have to deal with Patreon stuff. And then, well,
I don't know if he would get arrested. I think the person sending it would get arrested. You'd get arrested for receiving illegal shit in the mail.
We'll see. Wink. Anyway. Thanks, everyone. You can always follow us on Twitter at Bible Reloaded.
You can follow Hugo Reloaded, and make sure you subscribe and do all that stuff that we were talking about earlier, because fuck YouTube.
So until next time, Hugo.
Jake
reads number...
I forgot.
It was this? Speed stick.
Nope, it was right guard.
Oh, my bad.